Hello everyone and welcome to the Powerwash Simulator 2 demo. I didn't even know there was a demo. I was just on the store page and I saw an announcement that they announced the release date for later in October. And apparently there's a demo out, so I'm going to try it because I loved Powerwash Simulator 1. I played a ton of it. I beat the entire game, got every achievement, did every level, all that stuff. Except the DLCs. I never bothered with the DLCs because they're kind of expensive. Our services. This is like our home base. Now it seems like the demo at the very least is fully locked to 60 FPS. It doesn't seem like I can increase it to 120 or 180, which is what my refresh rate is. Read article. Okay, I don't care. It's lore stuff. I didn't care about lore in the first game. Okay, let's just go into the game. Access storage jobs via the country map in the upstairs office of the home base. Pet Ulysses? Pet Bubbles? I have cats. I have a cat Squishmallow. Okay, how do I use the map? Yes, access, how do I access it? How do I do that? What's 3? Oh, I can put an extender on. 2. Oh, so I swapped to soap. But I can just click middle mouse for that. And it scroll switches to nozzles. Makes sense. What's 1 do? Oh, it switches washers. Are there going to be separate reasons to use those different ones? How do... Okay, I'm just going to hit... I can do it from here, apparently. I'm going to do it from here. The map does not seem to be working. Removals van. Power wash services, Spruce Close, Muckingham. Great news! You're fully moved in and the removals van moved to the wash bay, awaiting your expertise. Don't think the van should pose too much trouble despite you having to sell off most of your equipment. Why? To afford the office, I guess. I know we got a bit carried away at the auction, but trust me, there's so much more potential in this place. Oh, and Jess says not to worry about paying for the van hire. In fact, she'll pay you. Cut through tough grime and stains with ease. Cover a dirty surface in soap, then give it a once-over with any washer or a nozzle. I almost never used soap in the first game. The first game's soap was kind of terrible. Can I customize the controls fully? No. There's 2 control settings. I can't customize. So, it's stuck on control. No! Crouching should always be on C. Okay, whatever. Free aim mode is stuck on C. The full game better have full keybind customization. Ooh, I can already kind of tell that the physics are a little bit better. I can also tell that I am just ever so slightly lagging right now. I'm going to turn on the video settings. I'm going to assume that it's just an optimization issue. Like it's not fully optimized. I'm going to run it on medium. I'm 100% certain that my computer can run this on higher than medium, but if it's going to be a little bit laggy for the demo, I'm gonna play it safe on the frame rate rather than trying to get slightly higher resolutions and visuals. Oh, that's so loud! Oh, good gracious, golly gee. There, that's a much more acceptable volume for my ears. This feels kind of laggy still. Look at those water physics, though. That looks good. Okay, when they added the feature to the first Powerwash Simulator, I was a hater of the free cam. Now I fully see and understand the uses. It's actually really useful on straight surfaces like this. Okay, hopefully the ding this time does not blast my eardrums wide open. But yeah, I love Powerwash Simulator, if you couldn't tell. Okay, that menu is pretty similar. What's the button to check the... I'm pretty sure it was tab before. What's the button to check the dirt? It's Q. Ew. I also really appreciate that you can customize the dirt highlight color, because orange, especially on a bright orange truck like this, would be just awful. And the yellow nozzle is objectively the best nozzle. Okay. What is the difference between classic and modern controls? Because these controls are giving me a headache. Classic. Frame is still C, that doesn't change. Dirt highlight is on tab. E is open task. Okay, that seems just better. Yeah. Tab for this is so much better than Q. The progress thing on the top left, it actually does look a little bit better here, mostly because it's got that little dot there to show your exact placement. I'm pretty sure it was just a flat bar that would drain, and it didn't have that dot. So the dot is a nice addition. It makes it much more clear. More quickly clear, I should say. Immediately apparent where you are in the progress. And it'll help, especially as you get closer to finishing a certain piece of something to clean, because when you got close before, the bar would get so small that you couldn't even really tell that there was any bar left sometimes. Oh, there's still something there. Got it though. Oh, I didn't actually finish the rubber part of the tire. Or the underbelly. There we go. And try to do it piece by piece. Alright, so we got this whole side done. Let's move on to the front. Move that out of there. Oh, these boxes are in such an annoying spot. That's fine. So I'm probably just going to clean this one thing for this demo video. If there's a second thing to clean, maybe I'll take a peek at it and decide based on what it is. But I'll probably just relegate this video to this one clean, give a good demo of the game, because I'm going to have to do whatever we do here again when I actually get the full game, which comes out this month. So it's not like something I'm going to not mind repeating in like 2 months or something. It's something I'm going to have to repeat in 1 month. Or less than 1 month, I should say. Okay, let's frame around this windshield. I forgot the name of it. Oh, on the windshield here, you can see the water physics much better. That's so nice. I mean, like, actually, graphically, it's very, like, low resolution and doesn't look significantly good. But I don't care much about that. I just like the detail of it being there. Like, it kind of just flows in the spot that you sprayed. It would definitely look better if, like, I sprayed there. The water should be flowing down. But I understand that would probably take a lot more processing to render something like that, because that's more dynamic. In a game like this, I far value the game running smoothly much more than something like that. Speaking of which, something I'm noticing on free mode is as I'm turning this nozzle to shoot, it actually moves slower than the reticle. So if I go in a circle here, you can see the reticle reaching the destination faster than the actual hose. Oh, I wonder if they fixed... Okay, so it's still... One issue with having the way that the spraying works in the first game that got kind of annoying, and I swear it wasn't like that at first, and it changed in one of the updates. Change washers. But why? You haven't told me why I would want to change washers. Extensions, yes. It's a typical thing with third-person shooters, is that the ammo you expend, in shooters it'd be bullets, in this it's water, clearly. It comes from the actual barrel of your gun, but your reticle is still centered. Therefore, even though my reticle is on that box there, my spray still hits the van. Which is more realistic, but for actual, like, player feedback, it feels wrong to not have it go to where your reticle is. Personally, I would prefer to drop the realism slightly to make it feel better in that instance. Because I know there's a lot of people that they love realism in games, but, you know, I'm playing a video game. I just want it to be fun. Sometimes the realistic thing is not the fun thing. Okay, do I actually get a benefit from changing this washer? This one does seem like it might be a little bit better. But what's the benefit of changing between them? What's the benefit of even using the not as good one? Are they good at certain things? I don't see a difference in spraying the side here. Yeah, they both seem to be doing a pretty similar job. Curious. Remember, control to crouch. I keep trying to hit C to crouch. Just because it's the superior method does not mean it's the method they went with. I have to remind myself of that. Oh, I gotta clean the inside of the truck. I hadn't even looked at the back. Oh my god. Well, this is much more involved than the first level of the original game. Maybe that's going to be indicative of how complex the stuff is going to be this time. Maybe we're going to have to clean some more interiors. We didn't really get interior house cleaning until, like, some of the DLCs. But mostly they were, like, specialized interiors, like Santa's workshop and stuff. Which makes me question if the lore was that... I know I just said I don't really care about the lore, and I don't. But just out of curiosity, if the lore states that the whole cleaning stuff we're doing is because of volcanic ash, how did that get all over Santa's workshop on the inside? Okay, I got the edging done there. I'm going to clean the roof of this thing before I clean the inside. This looks like a job for the green nozzle. I'm really curious how the time lapse is going to look here. Because one issue I did have with the time lapses in the original game is that they only showed it from one angle, and that angle didn't always show every aspect of it. So for parts of the time lapse, you'd be sitting there and nothing would be happening because you were cleaning a part that wasn't on the time lapse camera. So I'm hoping here it'll be a multi-cam POV, like there'll be a camera for each side of this thing, or like maybe a 3/4 camera for the two different sides and one showing the inside or something like that, to show the full breadth of what's being cleaned at what point. I do appreciate that it seems like they learned a lot from the first game. Like they have the multicolor options for the dirt scan that the other game had to add. It's not like some games where they make clear improvements and then they just decide to leave them out in the sequel for God knows why. Okay, there's clearly a mat on the ground here. Does that matter at all? No. Why did I point it out? I don't know. You try to record yourself talking about Powerwash Simulator for 30 minutes and see how many interesting things you can come up with. Okay. I'm trying to hit all the wrong buttons. I pray the final game will have keybind customization. It probably will. I know a lot of demos don't. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's just something that's not worth setting up for a demo while you're actually focusing on making the game. Okay, let's get some green action here so I can edge this properly. I'm edging it, bro. Okay. If you want a good, even clean, you gotta edge your objects. You gotta edge them real good. Okay, I'm gonna do that just to get that tutorial off of my screen. Was that a butterfly that just flew through the van wall? I like the dynamicism, is that the word? Of having stuff like birds and butterflies flying about. I think that's really cool. Completely superfluous detail, but it's just neat. It's like how GTA Online recently added roaming animals to the online mode. You can run into people like walking their dogs now. I think that's neat, except for when I'm trying to drive my car through the mountainous area and then a deer jumps in front of my car and I hit and run a frickin' deer. It's giving this whole thing one object. I do prefer the ones that are more segmented, like if all this edging was one segment, this was one segment, this was one segment. But I understand making this one. It's not super big. Some objects need to be bigger than others. It makes sense. It's gonna be like the inside here. Oh no, the whole ceiling isn't segmented between these lines. Okay. I thought the ceiling was gonna be segmented by these segments. Nope, the only different segments are the lights. I was like, where the heck am I missing a chunk there? And the truck is done? No, I'm still missing something. What is that? Is that showing me the piece I'm missing? Oh. That's not... I actually like that, so I don't have to dig through the menu constantly. It still looks like a one-cam POV. Yeah. It's a little unfortunate. I feel like you could have like a multi-cam setup. Just like split this into different chunks and show different camera angles of this. Okay, so we made money. Go back to home base. In the previous game, all you had to spend money on was the equipment, but you would eventually run out of equipment to buy, but you'd still be making money. You made much more money than the amount of equipment you could get. So, being able to purchase furniture here seems quite nice. Furniture catalog. Oh my god! Okay, those are free. I don't know if they're free or if they're just free for the demo. Swirl Force Surf Ace 17-inch head. Increased head size for the surface cleaner that covers more area than a standard head surface cleaner. Washing flat surfaces at short range. Okay, so there are power washers that are better at different things. I have these two, so I can actually read what they do here. Light duty washer in the Prime Vista range provides a great entry-level washing experience. Light duty washer in the Urban X range provides power comparable to the medium duty washers of its competitor, but a cost to the area of effect. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that this one had a wider area of effect. It looked like it had a little bit of a wider area. But I didn't want to say it out loud because I wasn't sure if that was just stupid. Okay, so this one is more powerful. It just hits a shorter surface. Interesting. This demo seems like it has a decent amount of content. Different outfits and stuff. Different paint jobs. Can change the van. I like that. Gloves and boots. Even the boots can be changed. Overalls, mask, yeah. Okay, it seems like a pretty good amount of stuff. Can I utilize the map here now? Ready to wash in the indoor wash area. I actually have to wash all the items I buy. They arrive dirty. They're selling dirty, nasty carpets. I mean, even clean, it doesn't look all that much better, honestly. This is a disgusting color scheme. The problem with the classic controls is that now this menu here is bound to the same button as the dirt highlight. And now I can place it wherever I want it to be. Okay. I'll place it at the stairs. Can I not put it? Oh, weird. It's got like a radius around here. I can't set it down. Okay, I'll just set it there randomly then. Oh, I do have another piece of furniture, actually. I'll clean this couch, this little sofa. Tab to exit placement. Why was it in placement mode? I'm supposed to be cleaning. Oh, this couch is super ugly. Ew, it's like quilted together. Ew, this is disgusting. Looks significantly worse than it did in that picture. Oh my god, this is gaudy as hell. Good lord. Yeah, let's get the legs, some leg action in there. Okay, there we go. Item cleaned. Somehow it looked better dirty. And let's put... Oh, come on. The fact that I actually have to place these a set distance away from other objects is a little annoying. In real life, you would want the couch, like, on the carpet. That's all I'm going to do for this demo. It's more of the same, but it's definitely has a lot of improvements to it. Some of the stuff feels like it's not fully finished, but I'm gonna, actually hold off on judging that stuff until the full game comes out. So with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make